Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbite. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be jumping back into The Warning, taking another look at another live video, and I'm going to go something a little different this time. I don't know if this has actually been suggested to me at all, at least this particular show, but I kind of did a bit of a search on YouTube and sort of had a look at what came up, and a lot of the stuff that was coming up I'd already sort of reacted to or taken a look at already. But I came across one that sort of popped up that I hadn't seen before, and it's fairly recent. It's from earlier this year. It's actually from New York City in Times Square, and I kind of picked it because I'm a big fan of New York. I love New York City. I've been there a couple of times, and I'm looking to go back there again at some point in the near future. I just absolutely love that city, and so I'm intrigued to see like how this band is going to be playing in Times Square because it's an interesting sort of space. If anyone out there has been there before, it's obviously very touristy and all that kind of stuff. But like to sort of picture a band playing in there is a kind of a cool thing. And I know that a lot of bands have done it over the years and stuff. But it's something very sort of different, I guess, and that's kind of what I'm looking for, I guess. I kind of feel like I've been doing a lot of the same stuff from The Warning as far as like the couple of shows that I've done so far. So I was just sort of looking to sort of break away from that a little bit and trying to check out something a little different. And so I thought, okay, let's do The Warning live from New York City. So let's check this out. It's only a short song, Hell You Call a Dream. So obviously I don't know this song at all, but it's a very short one, short performance. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like in New York City. I guess this was filmed at some point earlier this year because it says 2025 here. So was this part of a tour or a special event or something like that? Let me know in the comments if you know anything more about this particular show and the performance. So let's get right into it with The Warning, Hell You Call a Dream live from Times Square. Got a cool opening riff so far. Oh yeah, these are those steps over there. I just recognize the place straight away. Like I just know some of the different parts there on Times Square. For anyone that knows how recordings and stuff work, obviously what we're hearing right here, as far as the sound and stuff, is nothing what they're actually hearing in the crowd. That's the other thing I'm kind of curious is to see what that actually sounds like in Times Square, like from the crowd's perspective, you know, because I just don't know how good it would actually sound in that sort of area, you know, because it's kind of an open sort of area, even though you're sort of surrounded by the buildings and stuff. It's kind of just sort of an open sort of space. So I don't know what the acoustics would be like over there, but yeah, interesting. So I can't see much of the crowd in front of them, obviously, but obviously there's people, well, you know, sort of behind them on those steps and stuff like that, which I've sat down on there once before, and it's a bit different during the daytime. Times Square's not much to look at during the day, in all honesty. It's kind of more of a night sort of place where all the lights and stuff sort of come to life. But it's cool to see The Warning sort of playing there, and yeah, it's just what an experience that would be. I think it's kind of very intimate and very close. You can sort of see a lot of things happening on the stage there. Like I said before in other videos, you know, I kind of focus on the drums. So I'm kind of seeing what she's doing there on the drums there, like especially with the foot pedal work and stuff. because it's not very often that you get to see sort of live performances kind of with that much sort of light, daylight. A lot of shows tend to be obviously during the nighttime and stuff. So a lot of stuff that's on stage tends to get a little bit hidden. And so here you're kind of seeing all the different sort of cables and wires and stuff like that, which is cool. I like seeing a lot of the behind the scenes kind of stuff. It's been a bit of an obsession of mine over the years. Oh, sounds like the crowd's right into it. People just walking past. There's a guy in the band. Like, it's just a very surreal experience. I can't imagine what it'd be like for the band themselves to actually, like, sort of do this performance in a place that's kind of just a big tourist attraction. So it's interesting to sort of see them and kind of, I don't know, is that much of a distraction when they're performing, and kind of like just focusing on doing what they're doing? I guess they're just focusing on the crowd, I guess, maybe. A little thing there with the bass, that kind of just very subtle, like nuances like that. It's really cool. Oh, there we go. Yeah, clearly they have a lot of fun doing the live show stuff because I'm assuming, because obviously the stuff that I've heard, I've only heard the one time. So I haven't heard like the same song multiple times in sort of different scenarios and stuff. But I assume, like, over time, like with many bands, when you're playing a lot of the same songs, you kind of start to have a bit of fun with it, and you kind of do some improvisations sort of stuff and add a little thing here and there and stuff. Again, I can't compare that, especially with these live shows, to like the original recordings, the original studio recordings, I should say. So I don't know what to sort of like look out for as far as like what they changed and stuff. But just little things like that, like the little bass thing that happened right there, right before the end there, it's just a little cool little nuance that it kind of shows just how into the live performance a band is, when they're just having simply a lot of fun with like the performance and stuff. And obviously shows how comfortable they are at playing, and obviously how well rehearsed they are with the songs and stuff. So but that's something different that I wanted to check out. Really cool. And like I said, kind of ties into my sort of love for New York as well. But I just can't imagine, just from a band's perspective, playing a show like that and kind of just it must be just a surreal experience. I'd love to see what their thoughts are after the performance. If that was their first time, I don't know. But it's a pretty unique experience, I guess, because you don't very often get to play outdoors in the city like that. You know what I mean? New York, I guess, is one of those places that they kind of do that every once in a while. So anyway, thanks for tuning in as always. Thank you to the Warning Army for supporting the channel. It's been great to see all of your suggestions and comments and all that kind of stuff. So I do read all that stuff, and I obviously don't respond to everything, but I definitely do read all of it, and I sort of take it all in. So thank you very much for doing all that. Yeah, please subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you very much. Really helps a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.